Hello, mortgage fans. So welcome to our weekly update, where this week we're going to look at zombie mortgages, the second part of our core principles of lending series, which is around commitment. There's also some rental income analysis from the Mortgage Works, which is a very large buy-to-let lender, and of course we'll go over the sort of the best rates in the market. So first off then is looking at zombie mortgages, which is a very strange analogy, I grant you that, but it's sort of how my week or the last couple of weeks have gone really. Our work is client related, so anyone working with clients will sort of have the same sort of experiences. You can carry on smoothly, then something all of a sudden, bang, everything changes. You get hit with an email, an issue, and you sort of have to go back to the start again. That's not particularly unusual, but at the moment, where this is sort of morphing into what I call now the zombie mortgages is the issue arises, that's fine, but then you knock it off, put it to bed, but then it comes back and back and back, and you can't seem to move on. Lenders are being extremely difficult, and it just feels like each day is that scene in a horror movie where, particularly zombie movies, where, the lead characters kill the zombie, they move on, but then in the background, you see the body resurrecting slowly, only for that moment of realization that you have to go through the same thing again. So that's sort of where we're going at. Now, to give it sort of context to make it a bit more realistic, I mean, the reason why it's happening is fairly obvious. We've got sort of the two key aspects, which is COVID. So each application we do, we have to evidence how and if a client has been affected by COVID. So that puts a lot more resource onto the bank, which is very difficult. It's very case by case. Some very unusual things come up, so that's certainly one key aspect to it. Another one is around Brexit. So there's whole new requirements around residency status, if you've settled, whether you're not, the documentation that goes with that. So you put those two things together in a very, very busy market. And to say busy is a huge understatement. Every week we're sort of breaking records on lending, house prices are shooting up. If anyone's looking for a property now, it's tough right now. So you put all of those things together, really, really tricky time. And I'm not bemoaning it because it's one of those double-edged swords, because if it was easy, I wouldn't have a job. So it's not the end of the world. But that's sort of what we're going into at the minute. And primarily that's what brokers are about. We very much give that swan aspect of it all looks quite calm on the exterior, but underneath we're just pedaling like mad to sort of get to where we need to get to. And to be blunt, that's what you pay us for, and that's cool. But just sort of be aware that that's sort of the environment we're coming into at the minute. We'll make life as easy as possible, but yeah, it's fun at times. So second point then is around our core principles of lending series. So I did quite a big blog on that this week, which is in the news section of our website, so please do look that up. The second part focuses on commitment. So there's three elements that make up lending: collateral, commitment, and capacity. So we're looking at commitment this time. This one, commitment, to put this in sort of modern parlance, would be your credit score. So what I explore in quite a bit of detail is what do underwriters look at, what are the data points they assess, what's good and what's bad, and ultimately what drives the decisions that they're looking to make. Some of it's obvious, some of it's not. That's why it's quite a detailed blog. So please do look that up, and I'm sure that will surface as a video at some point soon. Another header is our rental income analysis. So the Mortgage Works, which is the lending arm of the Nationwide Building Society, releases a quarterly report that looks at everything buy to let, so primarily around to sort of rental income in this case. So again, I'll put a link to it on our update, and you can obviously find it online fairly easily. What they found sort of Q1 in 2021, so this year, is the average rental income in London is 61,000 per annum, so that's just over £5,000 a month. But weirdly, that was second to Wales, where the highest average income is 69,000, or it's about £5,750 per month. No idea what's going on in Wales, but clearly it's very expensive to live there. The southwest is the highest region in terms of yield. Property yield is 6.7% down there at the minute. And of sort of the landlords they surveyed about the new tenancies that they're settling at the moment, 40% of landlords said that rental incomes are going up, 31% said there's no change, and the 10% said that they're falling. So overridingly, things are certainly moving up because rental incomes have been sort of driving down over the last sort of year or so. So that trend is certainly reversing now, certainly in London and the South East, where we're primarily based. Another call out for this one as well is that if we have helped you with your mortgage at any point really, and if you feel the need to send us a send us a video or a picture to say what we did and how we helped you, I would love to receive that and use that through social media and elsewhere as well. So if you do want to do that, I'd love to hear from you. Please do get in contact. And then the last point is around what's happening with market rates at the minute. So pretty much whatever happened last week was reversed this week. So 2-year money is down, 5-year money is up. So it's pretty flat if you look at it over the last sort of few weeks. 2-year swap rates are at 0.3%. 5-year swap rates at 0.704. So that's sort of the baseline level of lending. LIBOR is holding steady around sort of 0.8. It's been around there for quite a long time now. So then how that translates into the best mortgage rates, the best rates in the market for both either variable and fixed rates are now 0. I repeat that, 0.99. They're the very best rates in the market. 5-year money starts at 1.21%. And the best 95% mortgage rates were released by Nationwide this week, and from memory, I believe that was about 3.79%. So that's sort of the higher level, and that's the lower level. So dependent on your situation, your deposit, that's what will drive the interest rate that you'll be offered. Also on our YouTube channel, if you're so inclined to look there, we've released a new video around contractors. So if you're a contractor or looking to get into that as a line of work, we've specifically put a video together as to how banks assess that. It's very different. It actually can work out very favourably as well. So have a look at that. We hope you find that useful. So that's it for this week. Hope you found it useful and look to catch up with you soon.